What's up guys, it's Grant, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do the advance behind the back. What's up guys, it's Grant. So as I said, I'm going to be showing you guys today how to do the advance behind the back. I've already posted a video on how to do the regular behind the back, so I'll link that below so you guys can watch that first. You don't necessarily have to know how to do that one before getting to this one, but the first one's definitely going to be a lot easier than this one is. So if you want to start out easy, learn that one and then go on over to this video where you can learn, I guess, the more advanced version. So as I showed in that last video, the normal way of going behind the back is literally just bringing the bow back and then putting it behind your back, where if I were to open up my hands, my palms would be facing directly behind me. Now this way is similar to that, but it has an extra spin involved in it. So basically all I'm going to do to get the advance behind the back, I can start it from whatever you want, it's as long as you're bringing it out in front of you, which I'll show you right now. So basically I'm just bringing the bow behind my back. I kind of bring it out in front of me and do kind of almost like a figure eight right in front of me. And then as I start to bring the bow behind the back, normally what I would do is you would just catch it here, right? So that again, your palms, if you were to open them, would be facing directly behind you. But in this case, instead of stopping at that point, I'm going to go an extra turn around with the bow until my wrist is there. So I guess you can see my wrist is really turned around and it's actually kind of uncomfortable. So again, I'm going to go that extra time. So instead of stopping here, I'm going to go around again to that point and then grab here. So if I open my palm is already facing the back rather than being upside down and facing the back, like how this side is, right? So one side is obviously different than the other, whereas the normal way would be just like that. So that's how you know the difference between this, which is the normal one, and this, which is the advanced version. So as you can see, the hand is completely twisted, your wrist is twisted. Again, it's gonna be a little bit uncomfortable at first, but I'll show you how to kind of avoid that. So again, another full time, I'm just gonna bring the bow behind the back, do that kind of figure eight in front of me, keep the bow spinning until it's in that uncomfortable spot, and then let it go through the back. Now, when I was first actually doing this move, when I had actually just learned it and I put it in my kata, a lot of times what I would do is I would get to this point, and then I would actually wait and grab like this, and then bring it out. But the problem with that is that I would get caught up a lot, so I would bring the bow behind the back and then stop, and then bring it back out again. Now for those of you that do competitions, a lot of times judges might think that you're like hesitating or that you messed up behind the back, so this is what we want to kind of avoid. If you don't do competitions, it's fine, I guess, to learn it that way at first, but the way I'm about to show you is going to make it look a lot cooler. So basically we're doing the exact same thing, and again at first you can practice doing this and grabbing and bringing it out to get a hang of it, that's perfectly fine, but then eventually you want to move it to this version. So I'm going to bring the bow out, I do this figure eight, but instead of stopping and grabbing, as it gets to here, I'm kind of going to give it like a light toss into that hand rather than fully holding onto it the entire time. Now the reason why I give it that light toss is so that I don't have to really, obviously, uncomfortably twist my wrist all the way to the point where it hurts. And also you're kind of avoiding that stop behind the back that way, because if you give it that light little toss and it's super, super small, I'm not talking like a big toss behind the back, it's just super small. And if you do that, it avoids the stopping behind the back. That way when you do the move, it looks like one fluent move all the way behind the back. So you can see it's very, very small the amount of room I give for that toss, but it's just enough so that I don't have to stop and so that my wrist doesn't hurt when I bring it behind the back. So again, one more time, slow. So I bring it behind the back. I do my figure eight with my right arm, keep the bow moving, and then toss it into that other arm and bring it out. So after you catch it, literally all you're going to do right from here is you just keep the bow twisting the way it was, and you bring it out, you can step out into whatever, and then as you can see, you're holding it basically normally, and you can get back into whatever you want, bring it behind the back, you can do a throw, do whatever you want to do afterwards. So it makes it really easy to add literally anything you want to do after, because you're holding the bow in basically like a standard position. So I'll show you guys one time faster so you can see what the full thing would look like. And that's literally it. So it's just a light toss behind the back, but again, this is the advanced version of going behind the back because your wrist twists that extra time, and it also goes a little bit different. Rather, when you go like this, it's perfectly flat behind the back this way, and then you bring it out. Whereas if I do this one, it basically stays vertical, I guess, in terms of it staying like this the entire time, as well as when it's going behind the back. So hopefully I explained that well enough. Again, this is a really cool move to put in tricks and stuff. It's an easy transition move to do. Or not easy at first, obviously, but once you get the hang of it, it's easy. And it's good to throw into your kata anywhere, because like I said, after you bring it behind the back, you can literally do anything from here. So you can basically fit it into any spot in your kata, or even if you're just practicing it outside. If you're making katas or doing competition, then it's also a cool move to do. As you can see, it looks pretty cool. So that's basically it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday.